Hello, I'm Sascha Collin. I'm a herbalist and naturopath, and today I'm going to take you into the garden and show you Speedwell. Speedwell is brilliant. It's got lots of properties and it's used in herbal medicine, and it's also edible. So I'm going to take you out there, give you some identification techniques, and we'll have a look at where it's growing and differentiate it between some of the other plants as well, so you know what you're picking. Okay, let's go. Hello, I'm out in the garden and I've found in the grass here, I found some Speedwell. So look, I'll find this here. This is Speedwell and it's very beautiful. It's got a blue flower on the top here, and in the description of this, I did some research into it. It says it has opposite leaves, but in fact I've looked all over my garden at all the different types of Speedwell I've got, and none of them have opposite leaves. So I was kind of unsure whether it definitely was Speedwell or not, but I think it's a variety of Veronica, is the Latin word Veronica. It does say some species don't have opposite leaves, so I'm guessing this must be the species I've got. But the seed pods are heart-shaped, there you can see, and the leaves are kind of almost rounded, sometimes oval, with toothed edges, so you can find it like that. And also the flower is always this very beautiful kind of blue flower with 4 petals, which are darker blue at the end, and they fade to a kind of white colour in the middle, and they've got dark blue lines which radiate out from the middle up the petals. It's very pretty. I don't know if you can see there. Blue like the sky. All the different varieties vary slightly in terms of the colour of the flower, but they're always blue. It's sort of between blue and deep purple to blue again. So that's that there. Oh, my cat's here again. She's always here when I do these videos. And I've got another one here just to show you another. Found some in the grass. It's growing everywhere really. It's apparently what can happen when it's growing on the ground. It's a ground covering plant and it grows. It's in my lawn, but I'm living in a garden which used to be a field for the cows. So it's been turned a lot and there's lots of wildflowers everywhere. So we can leave it as meadow and it just bring up all these beautiful flowers everywhere. But if you've got a lawn that's more traditional, I don't know, that you've treated or that's been mown a lot, you might not have this kind of thing growing in your lawn. But if you go to sort of meadowlands or the sides of ditches, the sides of roads or kind of the sides of fields, Speedwell can grow in a kind of sprawling way. It grows along the grass and across the ground, and at the leaf nodes here it can sprout roots and sort of grow from there on. It can grow roots at the nodes. So that's another thing you might want to look at when you find this little flower. So the other thing is it's edible. You can eat this. The leaves used to be used as tea, as a substitute for tea. So it's sometimes even called European tea because they used to use that as a tea substitute, because in herbal medicine we use this as a bitter herb. It's a bitter herb, which means it's really good for cleansing cleansing the liver and helping with digestion. But it's also a diuretic, which means it helps flush water from the body, excess fluid from the body. And also it is an expectorant, meaning that it removes mucus from the lungs. So in herbal medicine it's always been used mainly as a remedy for coughs, and that is made by making a tea of the leaves. You can even put the flowers in if you want, but normally the leaves from this flower. So you can make a tea of the leaves and drink that as a remedy for coughs, also as a mouthwash for sores and ulcers in the mouth. That's another old remedy made with Speedwell flowers, Speedwell leaves. So that's lovely. What else can this be used for? It also is a very, very soothing skin remedy as well. So that can be made into a decoction and used in creams, or it can be used directly on the skin. Or another nice thing to do is put the decoction into a bath. And a decoction is when you put the leaves or the plant into some water and you bring it to the boil. You let it simmer for 15 minutes and then you cool it down, and then you can use it. It's usually very dark green or dark in colour because the flower has a lot of time to infuse into the water. So that's a nice way of using the decoction. So that's very good. So you can also pick the leaves and use it in salads, or the juice of Speedwell was a very well-known remedy for gout. So apparently some of the old kings have written about that. Their gout from excessive eating was treated by the juice of Speedwell. So there we are. What a beautiful little flower. And it's true, the seed pods are heart-shaped. Isn't that lovely? And the flowers are very beautiful. There you are. So this is growing really absolutely everywhere in my garden. You will definitely find it this time of the year if you have a little look around. So there you are, hope that's been interesting, and I will show you a few other little patches around the garden and maybe some differentiate between some other flowers as well. Here we've got red dead nettle again, lamium. You can see it's not the same at all, but the leaves are very similar. Also this little one here has lots of little hairs on the stem. Okay, I'll show you some other flowers. See you soon. Here's another patch of speedwell. You can see it growing amongst the clover and the red dead nettle and the wild geranium there. So I'll point it out to you. This is a speedwell here. Can you see the little blue flowers? They're very distinctive, so not too hard to see. So I'm out again, and here I actually just managed to find a speedwell that has opposite leaves. Look at that. It's not got the flower, but this is speedwell, and it has opposite leaves, yeah. But this one, look, not got opposite leaves. So there are definitely different varieties are growing everywhere. But you can get the idea. The leaf shape are the same, and the flowers are the same. So that's good. And then you can see here as well, red dead nettle. The leaves are similar, but it's not the same plant. They're sort of red tinged, and there's the pink flower. It's not what we're looking for. Because look, this is lamium when it's the red dead nettle when it's not got the flower. Can you see the leaves are much more scaly? They're well ribbed, and they're also kind of reddy coloured. So that's not the thing. Then we want to see if there's any kind of chickweed growing here, but I haven't. I've got my mystery chickweed plant. I don't think this is chickweed, but it's really looking like it. I'm just determined to know what this is because it has the same flowers as chickweed, but it's not. It's soft and furry. What else have we got here? We've got some dandelion growing there. You can see your dandelion leaf, and this lovely seed popping plant. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna have to find out. And then we've got the grass, obviously. So, oh, what's this little thing growing here? This is nice. That's a speedwell. Look at that. And it's the one with the opposite leaves. Plenty of things to be found in the grass. Great. Okay. So there you are. Join me next time. I will do a post on another little plant and one that's edible that you can go foraging for. And I hope you can add this to your little list of plants to pick.